right. Well, good morning, everyone. It is really fantastic to be here at my first ASU GSV Summit. My name is Justin Weinberg, and I am the co-founder and CEO of 101, where we are developing the next generation active learning platform to promote student engagement and improve student outcomes, specifically in college STEM courses. Now, just a few months ago, I received my PhD in chemical engineering from Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh. And along that journey, I've been personally involved in teaching forms of math and science for over a decade. My co-founder and CTO, along with his development team, carry years of experience from top tech companies like Jet.com, Microsoft, and Facebook. And my sales team is composed of the rock stars from Sapling Learning and Macmillan. But most importantly, we are a team of scientists, engineers, and educators who are all keenly aware of the problem that we're trying to solve, which is really the fact that the way students learn in college hasn't fundamentally changed since the Middle Ages. Because unfortunately, even when we fast forward 600 years to today, the vast majority of college students are still learning by sitting in a big lecture hall and just listening to a professor talk at a podium for an hour straight. And while this is true for pretty much any subject that's taught out there, it becomes particularly painful in subjects like math and science, because these are subjects that crave interactivity and problem solving, and passive learning in the classroom just doesn't cut it. Which is why only 40% of students who go into college intending to major in a STEM field end up actually leaving with a degree, primarily because most of them can't get through their introductory math and science courses. The solution to this problem is to transform these college lecture halls from the place of passive learning to the home of active learning, where students are engaged in problem-solving activities and discussions relevant to the subject matter during lecture. But you don't need to take my word for it. There have been decades of research showing the power of active learning in STEM, including a recent analysis showing that 62 individual classroom studies have demonstrated a decreased student failure rate when active learning is incorporated in college-level STEM lectures. But this is also a fantastic time to be talking about active learning as a business opportunity. Due to regulatory pressure from the government and the states to make college STEM more effective, this is driving a hunger for new methodologies in the classroom and also driving a 30% year-over-year growth in the active learning tools market over the next 4 years, representing a $1.2 billion opportunity every year in the United States alone. We are riding this wave with our next generation active learning platform built specifically for STEM. And we are starting with chemistry, and we've already launched our first product, which we call Chem 101, which I'm very proud to say already has paid faculty adoptions at over 60 colleges and universities across the country. Now, before Chem 101, the best way for a chemistry professor to incorporate active learning into a big lecture hall was to put up a multiple choice question and then have students respond using a clicker system or maybe a phone app that just allows them to respond with multiple choice options. With Chem 101, professors can push out chemistry problems to all their students' devices over the cloud. But instead of just a multiple choice response, students in our platform can respond by actually going in and drawing and visualizing molecular structures. Right on their device, they build that together and then send their answer back to the professor. And in that process, the professor can actually see what their class is drawing in real time, including what the common mistakes are so they can promote class discussions. And in addition to that, we provide immediate answer-specific feedback on every student's device, giving them individual attention to know exactly where they went wrong and allowing the professor to reach everyone in the classroom. Now, not only can students draw molecular structures in Chem 101, but they can also write and balance chemical equations, and also perform dimensional analysis, all of which address the pain points that come up in these STEM courses and that add tremendous value to the professors who are teaching them every day. In addition, this is all packaged in an easy-to-use, mobile-first interface that makes learning science and chemistry fun and intuitive for students. And that's why 40% of our pilot users said that using Chem 101 made them more interested in chemistry, and we measured up to a 200% improvement in student learning gains for students who use our platform versus students who didn't. But I don't think anyone summed it up better than Katie Corbett, who told us that my students were having so much fun with Chem 101, I actually had to kick them out at the end of class by telling them they could play with it at home at any time. When's the last time you heard that from a chemistry professor at a community college? Now, we operate on a proven business model, which is a direct-to-instructor approach. Here, we directly market to the faculty and the professors who are teaching the STEM courses that we want to be in, get them to adopt Chem 101 in our platform into their student syllabus, thus making it a requirement for each and one of their students that enrolls in their course. And at that point, the students will go ahead and purchase a digital subscription of $25 per semester directly from us for their course. We started this journey in fall 2016 with 8 free pilots at 8 schools around the country. This academic year, which we're about to close, we have 78 paid faculty adoptions from elite universities down to community colleges and everything in between. And this next academic year, we are on track to deliver 300 paid faculty adoptions, meaning that we will have gone from 1,500 free students to 27,000 paid students in just 2 academic years. Now, of course, chemistry is just the beginning for us, as we'll soon be taking the common components in chemistry like graphing, equation editing, dimensional analysis, and starting to apply them into other STEM subjects so we can scale into new markets efficiently, such as physics, biology, dev math, and economics, as well as expanding the scope of the platform from an in-class active learning solution to an in-class homework and self-study solution across higher education, with looming opportunities in K-12 and international markets as well. And to help us get there, we have some of the best investors and advisors on the planet, including Birchmere Ventures, University Ventures, and a number of leaders and executives from the publishing and edtech industries. So if you're interested in joining our mission to finally take college STEM into the 21st century, please come find me at the Entrepreneurs Demo after this session. I'd love to talk. Thank you very much.